private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of our offend you.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27.
They're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Throwing on third. Gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
Here we go. Gun. 180. Spurs.
To throw, Cousins going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 44 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On 3rd down, Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Now Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. He finds an opening past the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 2. Done. 180. Black. Done.
On 1st and 10, Cousins going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Matt Long, a playmaker. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And now Cousins choosing to back away from the line and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's complete to Diggs. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
300.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, we we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Back to it after the pick six. Cousin going deep for Dick. This is intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting to in the game that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first down throw. Gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Goff throwing again. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
14.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second down, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Cousins on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, Cousins again. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, they run with Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They pitch it out to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 41 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch, and it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, flipper!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ringo.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Yellow, yellow. Ready? In there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Two.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's Cousins on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Gurley again here on first down. Room to run past midfield. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Matt Longacre in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins, flush to his right, going deep for Diggs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
They run, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Super 66.
Now Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Cousins to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Anthony Barr in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
DC.
Throwing now, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Goff. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And now out comes Minnesota. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Buying time to his left. Does it off to Gurley. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. Goff gonna throw it. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.